Welcome to Vintage Variety. I have another jewelry haul to show you guys this week. This is a combination. It is a jewelry haul, and I'm also going to show you a small lot that I managed to purchase online. I also wanted to announce to you guys that I now have a new grandchild. I have 3 grandsons. They're absolutely adorable, and I had always hoped for a little granddaughter. Well, recently my daughter-in-law gave birth to a healthy baby girl. I traveled to South Carolina to visit, and while I was there, I also did some thrifting. I found some really great items, and those hauls will be coming up. I've kind of broke them down into different hauls for you guys. I also wanted to let you guys know that I will be doing a buy it now sale on my channel, and that's going to be coming up in October. I will be showing a preview of the items that are going to be in the sale on a Saturday with my regular content, and then the following Wednesday I'll be doing the buy it now sale. So you guys, if you're interested, keep an eye out for that. I'll have a lot of great items. So now that I've covered all those things, let me get all of these items sorted out and I'll show you what I ended up getting. I wanted to start with the items I purchased online. This was a small lot and I thought it was too good to resist. I think I'll show you guys the clip-on earrings first. I thought these were absolutely beautiful, and what really caught my eye about them is they have that check look. There was a lot of jewelry in the 1920s that had this centerpiece like this, and it kind of has an Art Nouveau look. And often with Art Deco jewelry, the Art Nouveau look did carry on into that era. Not sure how old these are. I don't really think they're antique. I think these are probably just vintage, but I thought they were stunning. You guys let me know what you think of this pair in the comments, and I will show you these 2 pieces on the jewelry stand. But first, let's have a look at this beautiful necklace. I'm not sure if the marking on this is going to show up. If it doesn't, I'll put up a thumbnail for you guys, but this necklace is vintage Japan. I know a lot of people don't like to collect this kind of jewelry that's signed Japan or Hong Kong, but it is vintage jewelry and it's well worth collecting. Now, a lot of times you'll find these that are really high quality. They're made out of beautiful glass beads, and sometimes the quality isn't all that great. But I do love the vintage Japan and some of the vintage Hong Kong pieces. I really love the beads on this necklace. These gold tone beads, hopefully you can see that it has a beautiful floral scroll design. I like the combination of the gold tone beads with the kind of matte clear beads and the purple faceted beads. Here's a quick look at these 2 pieces on the jewelry stand. The necklace looks really good with these earrings. I also think this necklace would look lovely worn with a couple of strands of purple beads. I also have a couple of more pieces of vintage Japan jewelry to show you guys, and I found these while I was out thrifting. Hopefully you guys can see the marking on the hook of this necklace. It's marked Japan. This is one of those multi-strand necklaces. They were really popular in the 1950s and 60s. And I really thought that this one was a nice combination. We have some white beads, yellow beads, and of course the moon glow, which is something that I always love to find when I'm out thrifting. Then I found these earrings, and at first I thought these would be signed Western Germany because they do have that look. But nope, these are actually vintage Japan, and there's the marking on this pair. I really like these little cluster huggy style earrings, and I do have a few in my personal collection. What I really like about this pair is that one stone, and I don't know if that's glass or plastic. It looks like it's plastic, but I thought they were just stunning earrings and decided to go ahead and pick them up. Here's a look at this necklace on the necklace stand, and you know, I haven't ran across these pieces quite as often as I used to. I think that's probably because more and more people are starting to collect them. Regardless, I was happy to run across this one along with the earrings because I do love this style of jewelry. Another pair of clip-on earrings that I picked up, these are quite tiny. They have milk glass beads set into them, And I like the overall design because the way the beads are set in with the centerpiece, they kind of look like little flowers. These aren't marked anywhere, and as I've already said, clip-on earrings don't sell that great for me unless I lock them up together, but I thought these were just too cute to resist. As usual, I did pick up a few pieces for crafting and repurposing. It's a lot cheaper sometimes to pick up these stretch bracelets for beads to go into your craft supplies than it is to go out and actually buy the beads. This one has some beautiful beads on it. It's a combination of glass and art glass beads. I really love the one with the yellow swirl and this brown one. I'll probably cut this one apart, maybe redo it into a bracelet that's not a stretch bracelet, or just use the beads for some other crafting project. Another stretch bracelet. This one's made out of real pearls. Of course, they're dyed pearls. And I think I've mentioned before that when you run across these little bracelets, these aren't the highest quality of pearls, but they're still well worth picking up. You can always sell them or repurpose them into something else. This is a vintage puka shell necklace, and you can see right off that it does need to be restrung. I think I'm not going to repurpose this, but I'm going to repair it. I'm going to restring it. Shell jewelry has been very popular this year, and I think that this is something that someone would really love to own. This one does have a hook closure, and I'll probably restring it and reuse the same closure that it has on it. This is a vintage rhinestone bracelet. This is very well made. All of the rhinestones are individually set. They're pronged. No dead rhinestones, none are missing. The clasp on this is more of kind of like a hook clasp that you see on a lot of old jewelry. And I thought, this one is certainly worth picking up. A lot of people love to collect vintage rhinestone jewelry, and the plus with this one is this is a larger bracelet. So this would fit at least an 8-inch wrist. Also managed to find a couple of rings. This one is without doubt vintage. And I'm not sure about the design on this. I do see a little bit of verdigris, so I'm going to have to give this a good cleaning. I think this one's made out of brass. It's a smaller ring. I don't really see any markings on it. And I think it's meant to be either brutalist or something along those lines, because it's not really a specific design on the front of it. It's very artistic. But I thought it was a beautiful little ring. Certainly vintage, and it would make a great looking pinky ring. Another ring I managed to score while I was out thrifting is this one. I don't think this is all that vintage, probably more modern costume. The reason I picked this one up is because it is a larger ring. I did try it on in the thrift store, and this will actually fit my ring finger. And on that particular finger, I wear about a size 8. I don't often run across larger sized rings, so I thought, why not? I thought this was a cute little pendant necklace, and I have no idea if this is vintage or more modern. Regardless, I thought it was really neat. These are dried flowers set in resin, and it's on kind of a more modern looking chain. I'll show you guys the chain. I don't see any markings on it, but you guys know that I love floral jewelry, and I thought, you know what, this is really cute. It's small and it's delicate, and I love the fact that it has dried flowers set into it. And here is a quick look at this one on the necklace stand. Very small, kind of minimalistic, but still this would be a great piece for layering. This is the remainder of my jewelry haul, and most of these pieces are more modern pieces, but the majority of them are signed. When I run across pieces that are signed by a designer I like, I do pick them up. You guys know I love antique, vintage, and I do like modern also. So I'm going to start with this one. This one isn't signed. The reason I picked this up is I loved the design of it. Often when I'm out thrifting, if I run across a piece of jewelry that's really unusual, I'll pick that piece up, and often I'll purchase it because, for example, with this necklace, I thought, you know what, this would be a really neat idea for something I could attempt to make myself. This is a kind of a flat snake chain. It has 3 layers, but you can see how they've kind of did a braid and woven these beads into it. So I thought that was really neat. It is something that I wouldn't mind attempting to make myself. I believe the remaining necklaces I'm going to show you guys are all signed. This is an older Lucky Brand necklace. I wouldn't necessarily say it's vintage, but it is older. And I like Lucky Brand jewelry. I'll show you the marking on this one. It still has its original dangle. And I really liked the way this one was made. This one is quite heavy. It has glass beads, and then it has a beautiful heart pendant. This next necklace is a Lia Sophia necklace, and I really like Lia Sophia jewelry. Now, I know I've said it a million times, I don't like corded necklaces, and I also don't like the wire necklaces, but this one was too good to pass up. I'll show you guys the dangle on this one, Lia Sophia. It's in really good condition. This is more of a suede cord. It's very clean. I don't see any fraying anywhere. So I decided I would go ahead and get this. If it had been damaged or if the cord would have been dirty, I would not have picked it up. But considering that it's in excellent condition and I love Lia Sophia jewelry, I thought, why not? This next necklace, I want to say it's a Lia Sophia also. Okay, so this is not Lia Sophia. This is White House Black Market. Show you guys the cartouche. And they make some pretty awesome jewelry, and that's why I picked this one up. Their jewelry is well made, in my opinion. This one is a triple strand necklace, and all of the beads on this necklace are glass beads. This is another brand. I don't talk about it often because I don't run across the pieces that often, but I do think that it is well worth picking up. Here is a quick look at these two necklaces layered together on the necklace stand. I think these look okay together. I wouldn't necessarily wear them together. The Lia Sophia necklace I think would look really good with maybe a couple of different lengths of gold chains. And because of the brown suede cording on it, it would also look really good with some wooden beads. The last jewelry item from today's haul is this necklace. You can see on the front of this, it's multi-layered, and this is a type of cording that these beads have been put on. Very clean, it's in immaculate condition, and if you guys guessed that this is Brighton, then you're right. I love finding pieces of Brighton jewelry, and I've been really lucky lately about finding them. This one has no wear, no tarnish to it. I've mentioned before that a lot of times Brighton pieces, if they aren't properly cared for, it just ruins the finish, but this one is in excellent condition. Love the looks of this. I think that this is a great statement piece just to wear by itself. Here's a quick look at this one on the necklace stand, and I feel like I could have put this on here a little better and straightened it up, but you guys get the idea. I really like the boho style of this necklace. It's like a combination of what looks to be dyed shell, some wooden beads, and also some glass beads. So this was a pretty good haul in my opinion. The items that I managed to thrift, along with a small lot that I purchased online, there were quite a few good vintage pieces, along with some really nice signed pieces. You guys let me know in the comments which items were your favorites. And if you enjoyed today's content, please remember to give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share these items with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. Ring the bell for notifications, and you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.